The table, I've got myself an iPhone 7 Plus that's needing a new battery. So to begin with, I've had this on the heat pad for around about 5 minutes at 60 degrees. And now I'm just removing the two pendulum screws in the bottom of the iPhone. I've had it on the heat pad just to soften the adhesive around the perimeter of it. So I'll use the small metal pry tool to try and open it up. So that should have softened enough of the adhesive up that I could use the smaller, flatter metal pry tool to get it open. So it should be relatively easy to generate a gap now. I should be able to lift that up just slightly and then pry it around. Now do be careful on the right hand side. That's where the flex connectors are located for the screen. So around this area just there is the connectors. I'll loosen up the top of it. It does have a little tab that clips under the top there. And you want to open it to the right hand side of the phone. As you can see down the bottom right hand side, there's the connectors for the screen and the fingerprint scanner. The connector running up the top is for the front sensors. So your earpiece speaker, front facing camera, and proximity sensor. I'm going to grab my battery to replace it with, which is a Nohon branded one of the higher capacity batteries I have available. So the battery itself should be a nice direct fit. And from here, I'm going to use my triangle screwdriver to take off the shield over the battery. There will be 4 screws there to undo. So once you've disconnected the battery here, the next thing I'm going to do is the haptic engine, the vibrating motor down the bottom left hand side of the phone. It has 3 Phillips head screwdrivers there. I'm going to undo them all and then fold the rectangle piece downwards away from the battery. So now that's out of my way, my next plan of attack will be to disconnect the 3 adhesive strips on the back of the battery. I'm using just a pair of tweezers to pry them out of the way. I'll pry them down so I can get a grip on them. So there's 3 pieces, 1, 2, and 3. Now these do like to snap as you try to get them off. So I'd recommend using heat on the back of the device to be able to remove them successfully, like this. The majority of times these tend to snap on me, and I usually have to pry out the battery from there, but on this one it's decided to cooperate. And there, one battery removed. And as a bit of a bonus, I'm just going to compare the original battery in this one with my replacement Nohon battery, which just will give me a readout of the stats, which I'll bring up both of them in just a second. So on the right, I've got the replacement battery. On the left, I've got the original. As we can see, there's about 2 years difference in the build date, where you're looking where my thumb is. And the cycle count on the left hand original battery is over 1,000, and the battery life's at 83. So a relatively tired battery. As you can see, the full capacity on the one on the right is at 3,300, and the full capacity on the one on the left is 2,400. So definitely a tired battery, well needing replacement. So anyway, from here, we'll be doing the reverse of what we just did. So to begin with, I'll be putting the adhesive strips onto the replacement battery. I've applied, push the connector in to make sure it's going to fit, and then position the battery in a good spot from there. And then the haptic engine will be getting screwed back in from here. So it's 3 Phillips head screws, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. And then from there putting the shield back on and sealing it up once more. And with those screws back in, you would want to push it in from the top first, as there's a little plastic clip it needs to slide under. So work your way from the top, down the sides, eventually to the bottom. And it should be nice, flush and flat. And then put your 2 pendulum screws in, and you should be right and have a nice replaced battery from there. So anyway, I hope this helps you, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.